wanted to ask your opinion on investing it far away from where you live. Let's say there are many people who have who would like to invest in a property. However, they cannot find anything that fits their budget around them because it's a little expensive. So they want to invest elsewhere where it fits their budget. So how they can go about investing it in far properties where it's hard to physically travel to from?
Well, that actually just starts with building a relationship.
Hmm.
For one, you have to know that you have someone in that city that you might be interested in. Actually, let me backtrack. Investing in
Mhm.
cities that are not your own is actually very, very powerful because that really
Hmm.
expands your portfolio. You know,
Hmm.
if you live in places like Chicago is one of the big cities, but our cost of living is very, very, very much different from New York or Los Angeles as
Hmm.
far as how much it costs to invest in properties. And I have some clients that come with these huge budgets, like, oh, we want to buy a fix and flip, and we'll pay $300,000 for a jacked up property, and I'm like, what? You know, you don't even have to spend that much for a jacked up property. You could get a rehab property for three
Right,
hundred thousand
because
dollars,
that
and
price in LA is a deal. If you can get a property for 300,
exactly.
350K, it's a deal. It's hard to even get that here.
Exactly. So investing in places where you do the research first, just look at the market, see where everybody's pushing towards, see what neighborhood, like what communities, even if you're doing rental properties, everybody needs a rental. There are people who can't afford to purchase homes or who are not in the positions yet to do so. So think about it in that way, like, oh, I don't want to buy properties in a bad neighborhood or in this or that. Well, maybe you should, because that's guaranteed income for you for a rental property or for an investment property, So I definitely believe that people should invest outside of their cities as long as you're doing the research to find out what those cities are. Every city may not be the best to invest in, but if there are cities where people are doing tourism, um, colleges, anything in that capacity, it makes it very, very good for you to be able to get a bang for your buck. Real estate is always up and down, I'm learning. But for me, even in this very hard market, like I got my license at a very tough time for buyers. But for me, I'm still pushing through and I'm still getting deals for clients. And I have a Los Angeles client that I'm doing 10 properties for within 2 years. I'm rehabbing them for them. I'm going to property manage them. And it's because they have a person in the city that they want to be in that they can trust. So whatever cities you do decide to invest in, make sure you can trust the people that are in that city.